In every African village, there are stories whispered beneath the moonlight, stories of curses, spirits, and the kind of love that refuses to die, even when death comes knocking. But this one is my story. My name is Amaka of Umuahia, wife of Chike, the man who vanished into the forbidden hills, and came back a creature the world feared as Bigfoot. This is how my husband became a beast, and how I fought the spirits themselves to bring him back. I was born in a humble home. My father was a hunter, fearless and proud. My mother, a market woman with a heart as wide as the sky. They taught me courage. They taught me patience. But nothing in this world prepared me for Chike. He came into my life like harmattan breeze, gentle, refreshing, impossible to ignore, the son of a palm wine tapper. Chike had no riches, but his laughter was gold. His dreams were big enough to hold us both. We spent evenings under the mango tree by the stream, talking about life, about love, about the children we hoped to have, and when the time came, our union was blessed by elders, witnessed by the moon, celebrated with drums and palm wine. For 3 moons, life was paradise. We had nothing but each other. And it was enough until the night the forest called his name. One evening, Chike strapped his hunting bag and kissed my forehead. Amaka, he smiled, tonight I'll bring the fattest antelope for the festival. But something in his eyes felt heavy, like he carried a secret I couldn't reach. That night, the moon turned red, the forest howled with strange sounds. Elders whispered, the spirit beasts are restless. By morning, Chike hadn't returned. The men grabbed spears and bows, and I followed, heart pounding, feet refusing to stop. Deep in the forest, silence swallowed us. The air was heavy. A mist curled around our ankles. And then we saw it. By the riverbank stood a towering creature, taller than any man, cloaked in thick black hair, glowing eyes like molten fire. The hunters froze. One whispered in terror, Ogbanj Ephemera, the spirit beast that steals men's souls. But when it turned, I saw it, the scar on its left arm, the same scar Chike got as a boy. Chike. My lips trembled. My heart screamed louder, Chike. The beast jerked, pain flashing in its fiery eyes. It tried to reach for me. But only a guttural growl escaped. A spear flew, grazing its arm. The creature roared in anguish, not a monster's roar, but a cry of sorrow, and vanished into the forest, leaving only deep footprints in the mud. And my shattered heart. Days passed. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Everywhere I looked, I saw his eyes. The pain in them. The elders declared, he is no longer a man. The forest has claimed him. Kill the beast before it kills us all. But I knew better. That beast wasn't hunting people. It was watching me. One night, I fetched water by the well. A strange weight pressed on my back. Heavy footsteps thudded behind me. I turned. Glowing eyes burned in the dark. My heart screamed his name silently. Chike. Before I could move, a scream came from the goat pen. Hunters rushed with spears, and the beast fled again. At dawn, I found it, a bundle of firewood neatly tied, with a strip of his old hunting cloth. Even trapped as a monster, he was still caring for me, but fear poisoned the village. Men sharpened spears, swore vengeance. We must end it before it ends us. They roared. I stood before them, voice shaking but firm. No. He is not a monster. He is my husband. But they did not believe. That night, I went to the riverbank, calling his name for hours, and from the shadows, a whisper floated on the wind, Amaka. Tears blinded me, but before I could see him, hunting horns blared. Once again, he vanished. And I swore on my soul, I would bring him home. If men could not save him, maybe the old magic could. I left at dawn, barefoot, lantern in hand, walking into the unknown. For days, I crossed rivers and hills where even birds refused to sing. The night was filled with spirits whispering in the wind. But my love pushed me forward. At last, I reached a glowing cave where Mama Nwani Arochukwu lived, the witch of ancient power. Before I spoke, she looked deep into my soul and said, Child, your husband is bound by magic older than time. The ephemera curse eats his flesh, chains his soul. Only pure, fearless love can call him back. She gave me a calabash, white chalk, and a red candle, on the blood moon, face the beast. Mark his heart with the eternal bond. Speak your vow. But know this. Her voice dropped to a whisper that chilled my bones. If your love falters, even for a heartbeat, you will both be lost to the forest forever. I clutched the calabash, my heart pounding with fear and resolve. I will not falter, I swore, for Chike. I will fight the spirits themselves. The blood moon rose, staining the forest crimson. Villagers gathered with spears, ready to end the creature's life, but I ran ahead, driven by love stronger than fear. The ground shook. A monstrous growl ripped through the trees. He emerged. Towering, trembling, torn between man and beast, spears were drawn, hunters screamed. Kill it. But I cried louder, running toward him, Chike. He froze as I pressed my hands to his chest, feeling his racing heart beneath fire and agony. Through tears, I whispered the vow Mama Nwani taught me, beyond face, beyond flesh, beyond fear. My soul belongs to you. I drew the sacred sign on his heart with chalk, lit the red candle, and kissed his forehead. Lightning split the sky. The earth roared, the beast howled, a sound of pain, sorrow, and freedom, until a blinding light swallowed us whole, and then silence, when the smoke cleared. He was there. My Chike, on his knees, human again, weeping as he held me tight, Amaka. He breathed, voice raw, trembling. Love had conquered the spirits. The villagers dropped their spears, kneeling in awe of what they had seen. One elder whispered, true love has broken the curse. From that day, the Forbidden Hills were no longer feared. They were named Ihenke Ifunanya, the place of love's power. Chike and I rebuilt our lives, stronger than before, and people traveled from faraway lands to hear our story. A story that taught this truth: magic may twist the body, curses may chain the soul, but love, true, fearless love, can conquer even the wildest of beasts. Thanks for watching. For this type of story and more, please subscribe and hit key like and notification buttons. Till next time.